Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of our video series here at Hudson's On the Spot Guide Service. Well, some exciting news. We're starting to fish out on Chequamegon Bay, pretty much going almost all over the bay now. We got some good ice throughout the bay, all the way out to the lighthouse, over to Bono Creek, up in the west end of Washburn, and just to the west of the coal dock, staying west of the coal dock, that good ice is there. And from the coal dock north to Houghton Point and around the corner, that still pretty thin. Another 1-2 nights of cold weather, we should be good around the coal dock up to Houghton Point, but for right now, here it is Wednesday. I just stay off of it for right now. Check back often here, for video reports and our written reports on the fishing report page, and we'll keep you up to date as the ice thickens, and even give you some on ice footage as well, especially if you link back to our Facebook page, my personal site at Jim Hudson Facebook page. You can stay up to date, on the ice reports and photos and stuff like that. So 4 to 7 inches of ice out there on the bay right now. People starting to snowmobile around, but always use caution. I mean, if you're out there walking, snowmobiling, doesn't matter. Use caution. Use a chisel. Wear a life jacket. It's just early yet, so use utmost caution when you're heading out there. But the fishing has been good. Made it out yesterday, for a short while. We caught quite a few fish, from browns to whitefish to pike to even some perch. So the fishing seemed to be good. Talked to another friend today. He was out there, and he's doing pretty well today as well. So looks like it's going to be a good weekend for fishing. Inland, some of the bigger lakes still got some iffy spots in the main lake, but pretty much walking wise, we're fishing almost every lake around here. Bluegill crappie fishing has been fantastic, and actually the walleye fishing during the morning and evening has been really good as well. So take a peek at our photo page, see that we've been catching some really nice fish. Come on up here, more than happy to take you out, show you what I know, put you on some fish like that, and just have a good time. One other thing I need to mention is, you'll see on my fishing report page, I have a link on there for a sleeper house that I'm going to be renting out this winter. So if anyone of you is interested in staying out on the ice for a night, check that out and get a hold of me. It's a portable fish house on wheels, drop down fish house that we can set up anywhere. It's easy to move around, from down in Ashland area, all the way up. When we get ice up here in Bayfield, we'll be able to move it all around. It's going to be a pretty sweet deal. Comes equipped with rod and reels, some tackle. You got TV, you got radio with a DVD. TV's got a DVD player. It's got heat. It's got a little cook stove in there to cook some food if you want. The only thing you got to do is bring some bedding, and then you're ready to fish. So check that out, and hopefully some of you guys will be up here this winter and want to stay on the ice in the portable fish house. So that's basically the online fishing report for this week. Like I said, weekly I'm going to be doing this, and also just up to date on my website. Stay on that. If you guys got any questions, send them along via email. Give me a call on the phone. Do anything you want to get a hold of me, and we'll help you out as best as we can. But one thing, I did get an email this week about talking about rods asking what kind of rods I like to use out here, and in particular if there's anything new out there that they should be looking for. So I'm going to talk a little bit about two different rods that I'm using this year that are new, and both come from the Jason Mitchell lineup of rods. One, which I am very excited for because I fish outside a lot, and I like a longer rod. You can see for ice rod, this is pretty long. It's 38 inches. It's got a really big handle here, so when I palm it, I can get the butt of the rod into my forearms. So when I'm fighting a fish, I got a lot of good leverage. You know, it's a medium heavy, so it can handle, you know, big predator fish that we have out here on Chequamegon Bay. It's the right action. You know, it fits good with like a 1500 series reel. You know, so you got a little bit of line to play with. So when you're in a little bit deeper water, you know, I'll use this about to 80-90 feet, and it works excellent. Works good to about up to a ½ ounce or a little bit bigger spoon. Here, this is just a 1/4 ounce Blue Fox Tingler that no longer made, but pretty good spoon out here. So that's one of the rods that I really like for this year. 38-inch Mackinac medium heavy. Check it out, and if you fish outside, you'll love this. You'll love this rod. It's a little bit too big for inside of fish house duty, but it is great for when you're outside hopping hole to hole. And one other rod that I'm really happy to use this year is in Jason's line of meat stick series. A meat stick is basically a dead stick rod, and what that means is you can use it in lieu of using a bobber. You can see how sensitive that tip is, and that's what it is. You can watch that minnow dance around when you got it down there. So it's a dead rod. I put it in a rod holder next to me while I'm jigging inside a fish house or something. So when a fish comes in, he may not see like the spoon, but you know, I got a shiner hooked up on my single hook on the spoon here. You know, it's more dead. You know, it's sitting there not moving as much as my spoon, and it's a whole minnow, live minnow. It comes in and grabs this, and I can tell right away because, you know, it's just like a bobber almost. Hardly any resistance, but then it's got enough backbone to fight them big fish. You know, it's a 28-inch rod, medium action, and it's got a really good reel with a good drag system on it. So it's great for out here fighting bigger fish and fighting hard fighting fish like our trout and salmon and even whitefish. So 28-inch Jason Mitchell meat stick. You can see how sensitive that tip is. The tip is fiberglass, and it comes into a graphite blank. So check that out too. A lot of different retailers carry them. Marine General, I think River Rock and Ashland does. Outdoor Lure will, and I'm sure Anglers All in Ashland will as well. Or if you can't find them there, go to clamcorp.com and you can find them right on their website as well, as Clam took over a lot of the stuff for Jason this year. So two great rods that I'm liking to use this year. I put that 38-incher to work yesterday. It worked fabulous. I caught everything from, like I said, browns, a whitefish, to even a pike, and handled it great. So, like I said, just send in any suggestions that you want. If you want to learn anything about different lures that we use out here, like rods, like I just went over, electronics, anything like that, I'd be more than happy to help people with. So, like I said before, you know, stay in tune with us. We'll keep you up to date on what's happening out here on Chequamegon Bay and Apostle Islands. So, good ice fishing. We'll see you next week.